a couple years later, you ended up signing with WWE. I think you did the ECW One Night Stand appearance first.
Yes.
Was that kind of a welcome invitation to get that opportunity?
I'm not really sure. I know, that weekend was a big one. Shane Douglas was running his I think it was, what was it called? Hardcore Homecoming or something at the arena. I was booked for that on a Friday. I get the call to come in on a Sunday as a surprise. So they tell me, you're going to be working, you're going to do a run in. He tells me everything. It's Dreamer on the phone and tells me everything. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I got a double payday that weekend. Great. And I go in and I do the deal, and it's literally, I'm out there for 2 minutes. It's like nothing mind blowing, but it was a simple payday. It was fine. And go home. Don't think anything about it. Didn't really talk to anybody for like a year. And from WWE, I get a call then from Dreamer saying, well, they're bringing ECW back. And right then and there, I'm just like, what? Like, I don't get it, and I'm told you're going to do the same exact thing that you did for Paul and for the original ECW. And we're going to pair you with a guy and you're going to be a manager and it's going to be great and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know. It was just something in my stomach was saying, it's not going to happen this way. And I was so skeptical at first. And I just said, can I sign for a year? And Tommy's like, no, you have to sign for 3 years because they want to know that you're loyal. And I was just like, I'm not going to last for 3 years. I know I'm not. It's just, I'm 34 years old now. There's no way. But it's my last run. It's my last big run. And let me try, maybe I'm wrong. Let me go in and see what happens. I wasn't wrong. I was right. 100%. So I call it the fake EC dub.
What was your dealings with Vince McMahon like?
I didn't really deal with Vince that much in the beginning. Johnny Ace was my go-to guy. And, I would go in Johnny's office and just tell him, like, I'm not happy. I broke down in tears the one time and I asked for my release. I was like, please, can I just go home? And he's just like, why? Yeah, why? And I was like, I'm not doing anything that, I'm doing bikini contest against Barbie Blank, who is a doll. Don't get me wrong, but she's 19. I'm 34 years old. I came here to work. I didn't come here to wear a bikini. Like, I want to work. You told me I was going to work. And, Johnny just kept saying, just be patient. We'll find something for you and blah, blah, blah. And I was in tears. And he said, just go back to catering and relax and wipe your face off and this and that. And I was, all right, fine. And so I go to catering. And then I remember I got up and I went, this was after 2 meetings in Johnny's office that day, because I was just fed up. I was like, just send me home. And I went to go get my draw. And I was just standing in line for my draw. And I just heard, Francine, can I talk to you for a second? And here it was Vince. And I almost shit my pants. And I was like, oh, because I'd seen Vince, all I do is hello, Vince, shake his hand. That was the, as far as I went in talking with Vince. I had higher ups tell me to literally put lotion or oil on my chest and lean over Vince's knock on the door and lean over Vince's desk and try to, talk. And I said, I don't do that. That's not, I don't want to do that. Like, I'd rather be sent home. I'm not comfortable with that. And that's not the way I was brought into this business. I just want to work. So Vince pulls me out of line and he just says, you're a beautiful girl, but beautiful girls are a dime a dozen. And I don't know what you can do. And I just turned around. I looked right at him. I said, didn't you buy our tape library? And he says, yes, but I don't watch ECW. I don't know what ECW people do. And I was taking
maybe you should have, and it would have been a success.
I was just like, what, are you kidding me? You hired all these people and you have no clue what we can do. That blew my mind. And, he's like, you have to do something to impress me, to let me know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Vince, I'm here to work. Like, I just want to work, and I was like, I'm sorry, sir. And he's like, stop saying sorry. And I said, sorry. And he's like, I told you to stop apologizing. And he started hollering at me. And I was just like, okay. And then I was afraid to say anything. And he goes, okay, how about this? He goes, the next time you see me, I don't care where we are. He goes, you run up to me and you smack me on the back and you say, hey, Vince, what do you got for me? And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, I don't care who I'm with or what I'm doing. He goes, I want you to do that. And that'll prove to me that you want to work. And I was like, okay. So we're at Raw, right? Because we had to go to Raw and sit there and do nothing for hours from 12 o'clock to like 11:30 at night. It was terrible. And I saw him at the end of the corridor. He was so far away from me. He was with a bunch of suits. I ran up to him like an asshole, and I ran and I smacked him on the back, and he looked at me and I said, hey, Vince, what do you got for me? And he kind of looked at me and then he grabbed me and he hugged me and he was like, that's my girl. And he walked away. And I just stood there and I said to myself, oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The next night, I think it was ECW SmackDown, and my name was on the TV, the paper. So I guess it worked. And that's when they paired me with Balls Mahoney.
Would you consider WWE a family environment? They always like to call themselves the WWE family.
I wasn't there long enough to experience that. I lasted 6 months. I told you there was no way I was going to last for 3 years. I kind of feel like if you're not homegrown and a huge name that they can make millions of dollars off of, they don't care. I was happy for the opportunity. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly don't feel like I was given a fair chance. Because I expressed over and over again how badly I wanted to work. And I remember when I worked the program with Ariel, Shelly Martinez, you have to walk to the ring, and Vince is at ringside and he's watching this. So you have to like literally do your entrance, walk to the ring, get in and go over your match in front of Vince. And I remember in the middle of going over everything, I walked over to Vince and I said, can I take Kevin Thorne's finisher instead of, what we were supposed to do? And he says, no, Francine, we don't do that here. And I was just like, well, what do you do here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to bump and work, and shot me right down. Nope, we don't do that here. I was just like, okay, and what can you do? There's nothing you can do when you pitch everything under the sun and you're just told no over and over again. I don't even know why they hired me, to be honest with you. So grateful for the opportunity, made a little bit of money, but as I look back, it was a disaster.
Speaking of making money, good question here from a long story short. What was the pay structure like for ECW performers in WWE?
From what I've seen, I was getting the same amount of pay as the other girls. And I don't want to give a number because I know some of the boys were getting less than some of the girls. So I don't want to piss anybody off. But I was under the same pay structure as the rest of the girls. The only thing with me is I had no merchandise. I didn't get any merchandise sales. I wasn't on any pay-per-views but the 2005 one. So I didn't get any bonuses. I was scanned for a action figure. Never got it. So I never got a payday from that. So I was just making my weekly, and that was it.
And of course, there wasn't that many ECW house shows. I think they tried it for a while, but it didn't really amount to much because you got bonuses, right, for house shows there? No,
I never got it. I didn't. Mm-mm. And we piggybacked off of SmackDown. So it was SmackDown ECW house shows. So wherever SmackDown was, they would integrate us. So on the house shows, we'd work with the SmackDown girls, and it would be like Team ECW Vixens versus SmackDown Divas. That's what we always did on house shows.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews, ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.